Welcome, students, to adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials, and this is the video on multiplying, which is going to be on page 6. So, multiplying polynomials using the box method. There is also the FOIL method, and there is just using the distributive property, kind of using your algebraic properties to multiply. But this is the one that's kind of most popular these days, and you may have seen it before in Algebra 1. So, here we go. You are going to create a grid or box for every term of each polynomial. So each polynomial, so like this is a polynomial and this is a polynomial, and these are terms, 2x, negative 3, 3x squared, and so on. Those are terms. Then multiply each pair and simplify by combining like terms. So I put this here so you can keep this in mind. Put big stars, exclamation point, something. Remember this. Please remember that if you have x plus x, that is 2x, not x squared. If you have x times x, that is x squared, not 2x. So that's a mistake that some people tend to make. Be very careful. So let's check out example 5. So given that f of x equals 2x minus 3, so here's one polynomial. Remember, this is the name of the function. If you remember our function Larry from the beginning of the year, and this is our rule, or our polynomial. So a rule happens to be a polynomial. And then we have our other polynomial, g of x equals 3x squared plus 5x minus 1. So this is the polynomial or the rule named g. And we need to find f of x times g of x. So that means we need to take the rule, or polynomial, called f, and multiply it by the rule, in this case, this polynomial, called g. So you want to create your box, your grid. So the first factor has two terms, 2x and negative 3, while the second factor has three terms, 3x squared, 5x, and negative 1. So we create a box with a 2 by 3, so a 2 by 3 grid. So I'm going to put 3x squared plus 5x minus 1. So I'll put g of x along the top, and then 2x minus 3 along the side. And it really doesn't matter if you wanted to make this, if you wanted to make it 2 across and 3 down, you can do that too. It doesn't make a difference. And multiply each pair in the boxes. Kind of like doing lattice that you may have learned in elementary school, or like using a times table. So we're going to take 3x squared times 2x. Well, 3 times 2 is 6. And then x squared is x times x. So remember that. X times x times x. That's x to the third power. And then 5x times 2x. 5 times 2 is 10. X times x is x squared. And then negative 1 times 2x, well, that's negative 2x. And then 3x squared times negative 3. Well, 3 times negative 3 is negative 9, and then x squared. 5x times negative 3 is negative 15x. And negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. Okay, so my multiplying is technically done. Now I just need to simplify it and combine like terms. So go ahead and write down what you've got. I have 6x to the third power plus, and you want to usually write them down with plus signs between them just to keep things clear, plus 10x squared plus negative 2x. And if you put minus 2x, that's fine too, same thing. And then plus negative 9x squared. And again, you could have just put minus 9x squared. Plus negative 15x. You can just put minus 15x, that's fine. And then plus 3. So I've got it all written out. Now I need to combine like terms. So I have 6x to the third Notice I have no other x to the thirds, so this one is by itself. 6x to the third plus. Now I'm going to take care of my, so I took care of that one. So now I'm going to look at my x squared. So 10x squared, and then, oh, I have negative 9x squared. So 10x squared plus negative 9x squared, well, that's just 1x squared. So x squared. There, took care of those. Then I've got negative 2x and negative 15x. So negative 2 minus 15, that makes negative 17x. Okay, good. Got that one. And then finally just plus 3. So there is my product, and that's my simplified polynomial. Okay, so let's try number 6, and then you are going to try number 7. So, given that f of x equals x minus 4 and g of x equals negative 2x plus 1, find f of x times g of x. So I'm going to set up my grid. And notice that each polynomial has 2 terms, so x and negative 4, and then negative 2x plus 1. And if you would put this one along the side and this one on top, that's fine too. It really doesn't make a difference. All right, so now I'm going to take negative 2x times x. So negative 2, and then x times x is x squared. Negative 2x times negative 4 is 8x, positive 8x. X times 1 is x. And 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. And then I do just want to show you, which I forgot to point out before, that if you look along the diagonals, unless you set up your original polynomials really out of order, your like terms will be along the diagonals, which is kind of cool. So just be aware that that little cheat exists. Anyway, so I've multiplied each pair in the boxes. Cool, did it. Next step, write the new products down with plus signs between them. So let's do that. So negative 2x squared plus 8x plus x plus negative 4. And then combine like terms, which in this case, 8x and x are like terms, and the x squared and the negative 4, they don't have any like terms. So negative 2x squared, and then 8x plus x is 9x, and then plus negative 4, or if you want, you can just put minus 4. Your choice. And that is my simplified product. So now you go ahead and give this a try, and then continue the video to check your work. So here's what you should have gotten. You set up your 2 binomials on the top and on the side, multiply each pair together. Again, careful of that x times x, that it is x squared. Then write out all your new terms and combine like terms right here. And then there's your product.